Drew Baldridge in the studio with us. What's up,
Hey,
big
man.
guy?
How y'all doing?
We're good. You know what I'm a big fan of? If people who go, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this. For those who don't in the know on all this, you're doing all this basically on your own.
Yeah, 100%, man. And, I had a record deal. I've been in here and hung out with you guys. And like 2016 to 2019, I had a record deal, and it was an independent label. And in 2019, I lost everything. I lost my record deal. I lost my booking agent. I lost my manager. And it was kind of like, go back to the drawing board of, man, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I feel like God put me on earth to make music, but I don't really have any way to get my music out. I don't have a label anymore. Do people actually like my music? All that stuff. And then,
it really plays head games with you.
Oh, my goodness, man. It really does.
Lots
And
of
this
doubts.
town can really beat you up.
Yeah.
And, I had a girl that I wanted to marry at the time. I couldn't even afford a ring. I was living on my credit cards. And it got to a point where, some friends started calling me. I saw these videos they were doing. They're like, you gotta get on TikTok. And I was like, that sounds stupid. I'm not getting on TikTok. I'm not doing these dumb videos.
Right.
And they were like, no, man, I promise. Like, it's changed our life. And so I got on there and started posting some videos. And then me and my wife got married. I had this song that she always loved called She's Somebody's Daughter. And she danced to it with her dad. I made a special version for the wedding. And we were on our honeymoon, and I posted it on our honeymoon, and we woke up the next morning, and it had 10 million views.
Isn't that crazy?
On the video. And
That's awesome.
It's wild.
And in that moment, I thought I'd get a record deal. I thought, and a lot of record companies were calling me all around L.A. area, Capital L.A. and Universal, and then it would get to Nashville and it'd get squashed, and I don't know why. And I thought I'd have some meetings with some record labels in town, and then I wouldn't hear anything back. They're like, your numbers are great. You're awesome. And then it'd be like crickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on? And then it got to the point where the song was streaming so much, I said, freaking screw it. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to hire my own staff and send daughter to radio all by my lonesome.
Which
but
is
I got
a
an awesome
huge
team.
gamble, by the way. But gambling on yourself is
Hey, Drew,
never a bad
this
thing.
is stupid. Don't ever do this.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I got
kidding, I'm
to
kidding.
where I was like, if I'm 60 years old one day and I'm looking back, and I've always dreamed of having a song on the radio, and I had a song that, was already streamed 100 million times. It was reacting on 400 million plays on TikTok, and I was like, I'm going to look back in 30 years and regret not trying,
Yeah.
and that's, I don't care. Yeah, money rules the world and all that stuff, but it's like, for me, it's just like, I want people to hear my music, and especially this song that means so much of like knowing your worth, girls, and just like it has such a powerful message of just the amount of people it can reach being on radio. I don't want to look back and say, why didn't I try?
It's also a good conversation. The song itself is a good conversation to have, because I do that with my son. I'm like, look, when you go out with a girl, don't forget she's got family, she's got people, this and that. Plus, treat her like you would want somebody to treat your mom, because one day she's going to be somebody's mom as well.
Yeah.
And just kind of the whole thing. And it's the first time I heard the song, I was like, oh, man, I feel this, because we've had this talk.
Yeah, and that's kind of how, I wrote it after meeting my wife's dad. I was driving back to Nashville and thinking like, man, first off, I can't screw this up like I did a lot of others in my past. And I was like, man, if I break her heart, I'll be breaking her mama's heart, her daddy's heart. And I sat down with some great songwriter friends, Jimmy Yeary, who's awesome, and who wrote I Drive Your Truck for Lee Brice, and Cameron James. And I got to tell him this story, and we came up with this song. It was one of those songs that wrote really, really fast. And it's been really special now to watch all the videos that I get sent every week of
it's
people,
ton. Yeah, people putting their wedding
to
videos
it. Or, daddies bringing in flowers for their girls at Valentine's Day, and
That's awesome.
it's just been really girls coming home from war and hugging their moms and dads. And like this song has been so cool to watch grow into this really, really awesome trend on social media, and knowing that it came from such a real place for me of, I didn't have anything at this time, and I just wrote it for my wife. And now to watch that go on and mean so much to so many other people has been really special. And to know too, like you said, we're doing it all by ourselves. So every radio place, spin we get, every station that adds the record, it means that much more, because it's like, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Right.
You know,
I
this
know.
was,
I love this story.
we were not supposed to be you
I
know,
want to hear it. Can we hear it?
in the 40s. Heck yeah, we can. Yeah, yeah.
Deke's like, come on, let's just
Come on, let's play this.
You'll be singing this song. She's somebody all day. You'll be singing this song in your. It's Drew Baldridge. You can follow him on Instagram. It's Drew Baldridge Music. Drew Baldridge Music. And here is She's Somebody's Daughter. Here's
She's
Drew.
more than just a pretty face in a late night bar. More than just a pair of tight jeans sitting in your car. She's more than a last call kiss or a one night stand. Remember, boy, you weren't the first to hold her hand. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's everything. She's somebody's little girl, even if she's grown up and moved away. She's somebody's whole world. She's somebody's baby. And if you don't treat her right, hers won't be the only heart you're breaking. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's daughter. Her daddy bought her first car, taught her how to drive, scared her senior prom date under that porch light. Her mama wiped away the tears from her first heartbreak and said, honey, he ain't good enough for you anyway. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's everything. She's somebody's little girl, even if she's grown up and moved away. She's somebody's whole world. She's somebody's baby. And if you don't treat her right, hers won't be the only heart you're breaking. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's daughter. Yeah. She's a picture on a mantle up above a fireplace. She's pigtails blowing out candles on a birthday cake. She's a driving off to college, tear in her mama's eyes. Yeah, she's a daddy's girl. You better treat her right, 'cause she's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's daughter, yeah. She's somebody's whole world. She's somebody's baby. And if you don't treat her right, hers won't be the only heart you're breaking. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's daughter, yeah. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's daughter.
Drew Baldridge. Man, that's so
Yeah.
good.
Man, thank
Dude,
you.
look at this, man. Look at this. You starting it all doing your own label, starting you just doing it yourself. I love it. I think it's the best story because this music industry is hard. It is brutal. People who are talented and then they just get completely run over for whatever reason.
Life in general, though, not just music industry, everything is hard.
It is.
Everything
Taking a
is hard.
chance on yourself
Yes.
is the biggest gamble, even though it's the best gamble you can ever make.
Yeah, and I think, through this whole process, which has been awesome, is just my wife believing in me, the whole time. And obviously she loves this song, but, obviously we're funding this ourselves. We have a big staff, a big team. We're up against Sony, Universal. I mean, every day a real conversation is for radio guys, are they going to play Little Drew's label, She's Somebody's Daughter? Are they going to play Dierks Bentley?
Right.
And it's like my wife's support through all this has meant the world to me. And not a lot of people can sit back and believe in a dream as much as you do, and she does for me.
Yeah.
And that's been really special.
I love it. Drew Baldridge in the studio with us. We'll come back and talk more. Drew on the way. Hang on. Drew Baldridge in the studio with us. You can find him on Instagram, Drew Baldridge Music. Just Google it up. She's Somebody's Daughter is the song that is blown up on TikTok and all the other platforms as well. Doing this on his own, man. Started his own label. It's him and his wife, and his baby boy.
Neighbors.
We're out there in the
Neighbors.
garage.
My neighbor calls me every day. How many ads did you get? On Monday. We're all in it. Family business, man.
I just think it's so great. Like Carson said, you're investing in yourself. And there's so many people who are like fed up with the corporate life or whatever, and they're trying to just do it on their own. That's what you're doing, man, and it's working.
Yeah, it's really cool too. Like a lot of artist friends have been calling, and I think one thing that's hard for us lately is labels aren't taking everybody to country radio anymore. You become a streaming artist, and I love radio. I grew up wanting to be on the radio since I was.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's magic. You hearing your song on the radio, there's nothing like that for an artist or a songwriter or whatever. And it's really sad that, I've had friends that they get sent to radio one time and then they become a streaming artist where they just sit back and labels collect their streaming money, which I get it. There is a lot of money in the streaming business, but it's like all of us artists wake up every morning and try to write a song to be on the radio or try to dream of playing that show that puts us on the radio. And for me, it's been really cool to know, like, hey, I can send a song to radio. Nobody can stop me. I can do it myself. Or, hey, nobody can pull this song at radio because I'm the one that makes the decisions if it goes or if it doesn't.
Yeah.
And so that's been really, really cool to know, like, hey, I'm back in the game. I have a shot for my music to be heard. And even just being here today, I took it all for granted back in the day of like
a lot of them do.
Every moment of like coming here and playing for you guys 4 or 5 years ago, being like, oh, that was cool. I'm on to the next. Now like being in here today, I savor every moment in a different way of like, man, I might not ever have another chance to be.
It's easy to become jaded and to be like, oh, this is my life and this is how it is. But you never know. Nobody knows what the next 10 minutes has.
No.
Hey, tell us about how the Opry was the other night.
Man, the Opry was awesome. I love playing the Opry. Obviously, you guys were there and introduced me on stage, so thanks for doing that. Now I've played the Opry 29 times.
Wow.
I love that you count.
Oh, yeah. Never
That's
forget
great.
it. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And, the very first time I played the Opry, just like any artist, is just like a really special moment. You have the circle that you get to stand in that all the other artists have, and you go out on before the curtains open up and you cry in that circle of like how many years it took to get here. And, one of my favorite artists was Josh Turner growing up. And so my very first time playing the Opry stage a few years back, I wanted to sing a Josh Turner song, and he came out on stage and surprised me. And
what?
It was. I cried, and then he started singing, so I quit singing because he's way better than me, and he goes over this like the left side of the stage, so I go over to the right side of the stage, at least kind of acting like I've done this before, and I get over there and it's like 4,500 people. It's sold out, upper deck, lower deck, and finally when you get to the right side of the stage, like the lights get out of your eyes, and I look in the crowd and I see my grandma and grandpa, and who are no longer with us anymore, and so I turned into like a 8-year-old at a school play. I'm like waving and crap, like I'm so pumped. I'm like, this is happening, Josh Turner. I'm like pointing at Josh Turner.
Did y'all see that, Josh
Did y'all
Turner?
see that?
Did y'all see that?
Josh Turner.
It just happened. Did y'all see it?
And about that time, Josh goes, "Take it, Drew." And I forget every word. I have no idea. I have no idea where I'm at. And literally, I just say, I don't even know where we're at anymore. And the whole band had to hurry up and finish. But it was just, the Opry will always hold a special
Well, what if
place
we
in my
ask you to take it, Drew? Do you know the words right now?
Yeah,
Little Josh Turner music?
Yes.
Yeah. And if I forget them, I got you two here. So.
We have.
And I got Carson.
Nope. You got them too.
All right, let's see if we can do this. Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low.
Let's go.
And put some music on it soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. Well, I've been thinking about this all day long. Ain't never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Hey. There's no hurry, don't you worry. We can take our time. Come a little closer, let's go over what I had in mind. Lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on it soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. Well, I've been thinking about this all day long. Ain't never felt a feeling quite as strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be old man. Take it, boys.
Yeah, I came home and there she was all alone. I said, baby, I don't need her wrong. I hope you understand.
Ain't nobody ever loved nobody the way that I love you. And we're alone now. You don't know how long I wanted to lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on it soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. Well, I've been thinking about this all day long. Ain't never felt a feeling quite as strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man.
Baldridge.
Yeah.
Man. Go support Drew. He's on Instagram, Drew Baldridge Music. You can stream, you can watch the videos, you can support him on touring, get all that information. Just look up Drew Baldridge. And also Somebody's Daughter. It's the
Check
one
it out.
Kind of pushing.
Yeah.
Check that out. And dude, it's good to see you again.
Man,
And
thank you guys. Great seeing y'all. Thanks for having me.
I love
course.
This is the best story, man.
I know.
It's the comeback. Let's go.
It's the comeback, baby.
Let's
The underdog
go.
story. Let's go.
Well, because over the years, teenage kids have told you to like and subscribe, we don't have to say that anymore.
You know what to do.